Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Maggie. I am going to be stuffing my third check for this month. Let's go ahead and count our cash and go into it. So I'm not going to be stuffing my kids' binders. So I have 3 of my 6 binders out. Let's go ahead and start with our cash. So we're gonna start with, let me put these to the side, give myself a little bit more room. I'll bring them back out. So we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. 51, 52, 53, 50, 400, 50, 500, and 50, 550. And we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2, 220, 240. 110, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 ones, and that is going to give us a total of $1,480 that we're going to be stuffing today in my sinking funds, my 2-week binder, well, my day-to-day binder. We're going to be stuffing my Christmas binder as well as our savings challenges. So I have all my markers ready up here, and let's get started. So first is going to be my day-to-day binder. This is where I track and carry my 2-week money for my regular pay period. This is also where I track my no spend days. As you see, I'm not doing the best so far. My goal was to have 15. So far I've only had 3 for the month, so could be trying to do a little better. So my goal is to add more to my savings, try to have more rollover, and my reward is, you know, having a good trip in December when we go up for our vacation trip later this month. So these receipts will go back here. I have to scan them for my fresh rewards, and let's get started. So for groceries, I'm going to be giving myself $400. I'm going to be doing it all in 50s. So 51, 52, 53, 54. 400 into groceries. I think I'm going to add another binder, another envelope in here that is going to separate. I'll put 200 in this one, and then I'll have a second envelope that'll say second week, and that'll be the money that I transfer and put into this grocery envelope when it's week 2 to help me get through the next pay period. My next one is, I have $20 rollover, so I'm going to put that to the side. As you saw, I didn't have anything for groceries. This is actually my gas envelope, but I have to put a new vinyl on here. So gas for this pay period is going to get $80, which I'm doing all 20s. So 20, 40, 60, 80, same thing. I'm gonna, technically it's really 40 for this week and 40 for next week, but since I haven't printed out that second one, which I will do by the next video. I'll have another envelope for that second stuffing. Miscellaneous, I'm not going to put anything in it right now. And of course, my fetch receipts, which I need to scan for my fetch rewards. And that's going to do it for my day-to-day binder. I'm going to put this one to the side. Next, we're going to be doing my sinking funds binder. This is where I put a lot of my monthly or more high priority envelopes. So for an emergency fund, this pay period, I'm going to put $100. I've been putting a low amounts, and so this pay period I'm going to be putting $100, like I said. So I'm so glad I'm able to beef it up a little bit more, as you know, we never know what can hit us at the last minute with emergencies. So $100. Now my emergency fund has 150, 160, 175. So 175. Any opportunity that I have to add more money into my emergency fund, I plan to do so. I'll go ahead and update the trackers later. My back to school envelope is going to be getting $5. I know the kids are gonna need for sure some shoes. So now back to school has 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65. As we know, that will be right around the corner sooner than we know it. So back to school gifts. Now gifts has been a challenge for me this month. I originally, as I shared in my previous videos, really was just budgeting with my brother in mind, because he's the birthday for this month. I totally forgot about Father's Day, which is not cool. Another big thing that has came up is graduations. I've been invited to attend 2 graduations, and then my youngest, my middle son, he's gonna be graduating, or you know how they transition over from elementary to middle school. So not to say I wasn't expecting it, but it was just not in my mind. So gifts, I've really gone over budget with, and I've had to pull money from other categories, which I'll share later where I pulled it from, because we've been invited, my mom, I've been her designated driver to some of these events. So that means, you know, we're taking my car, we're using my gas. And so for next year, or as I continue to budget, I will make sure June just has a lot more money then I know I wasn't prepared this year. So gifts is going to be receiving $100. So this $100 is going to complete what I wanted to budget for as far as my dad and my brother. So I'm going to be buying the cake for him. My dad, I'm going to be getting his lotto tickets. So I'm putting the 100, but I am going to also when I share my last paycheck next week, this will be gone, because Father's Day is this Sunday. Today is Friday. So I have to go buy him his stuff, as well as my brother. So now gifts has 120, 30, 40, 55. So I'm going to be using all of this amount for the gifts category. And I'm also going to be using it as I'm going to be attending the graduation for 2 people this Saturday. And so this category will be empty for next pay period. So lesson learned on gifts for June, the month of June, I need to put a lot more. So I also created like a tracker for every month to remember not only birthdays but holidays as well, so that I can anticipate that a little better. So for my car, I'm gonna just put $5. This is, you know, oil changes, maintenance as it comes up. So adding 5. This category now has 10, 20, 30, 35, 40. Everything adds up. So the next one is, oh, entertainment. I made a note for myself. I used the $35 that was in here. This is gonna be for our outing this weekend at the park. So this one is now has a zero balance. Just wanted to make a note of that for myself. So we are gonna start from zero for entertainment, which I'm gonna give myself $5. So $5 for this week, and I will continue to add every week as often as I can. Home is going to get $5 as well. Now home has 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60. Next is family vacation. This one is going to be getting $100, as I previously shared. I already booked and used one of my cards for our Big Bear trip in December, which is a couple of months away. So I'm trying to get this to $400 as quickly as possible so I can pay that card back as quickly as possible. So now vacation has 120, 30, 40, 55, 155. So I need $400 in this to pay myself back, and then continue to save a little bit for when we actually go up there for spending money. For the dogs, they're going to be getting $5. So the dogs now have 10, 20, 30, 35, 40. Next, vision, health, and dental. This is just co-payments. The kids have their dental appointments next week, so I'm gonna see what the damage is. I know they don't do their best with brushing their teeth and flossing. I try my best. I'm always on them, but just in case, I have 10, 20, 25, 30, 35 in here. They are scheduled to get a cleaning, and then we'll see what the dentist says from there. They went for their annual physicals. Everything was good, so no problems there. Next, I have my insurance. This is my AAA insurance. I'm trying to pay it at it's due in February, my renewal, so that I don't have monthly payments. So I gotta beef this up as much as I can. So for this pay period, I'm just putting $5. So my AAA insurance now has 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75. All right, so that is it for this, my sinking funds binder. The last one we're going to be stuffing before we get into some of the other challenges is my binder. And so the first one is for my birthday. My birthday, I had $200 in here. Unfortunately, I used it. We were invited up to Bakersfield, me and my family, for a birthday of a family member. My mom really wanted to go, and you know, I was a driver, so I ended up using the money that was in here to cover, you know, our getaway, our mini getaway, right? Not only did we drive to Bakersfield, but we also, you know, it was in my car, so I had to cover gas, and you know, I was me and the 3 kids, so I also had to cover food and, you know, getting a gift as well. So because it was a little last minute, I didn't want to put anything on my card or accumulate any other debt, so I pulled it for my birthday. So I am going to start all over again, and I'm going to add $50 to this fund. My birthday is of September, so even if I don't do something big, at least there'll be something there. My Herbalife is going to be getting $5. My sister likes to go, and sometimes, you know, we go have our shakes in the club, right? And so even though I have product here, it's nice to meet up with her and, you know, catch up and enjoy our shakes, because she loves them just like I do. So sometimes this money goes to those little outings as well. So my beauty one is going to be getting $5. It doesn't have anything right now, so it's at $5. Same thing with my Herbalife. I only put $5. So for my allowance, I'm going to give myself 25. So 20 and a 5. I treat myself in different ways, whether it's, you know, a meal that I want, or it's a piece of clothing, or, you know, just something if I see it and I want it. I'm glad that I have a little bit where I can pull from. So we're not stuffing my side hustle money because this is a regular pay period. So this one is not getting stuffed. From here, we're going to move into our challenges. So filling 2022, I'm going to be, let's use this one. These markers sometimes are so hard to open. All right, so we're going to be doing one coloring of a 22. This purple's a little light, but it's okay. Let's get our 20, 21, 22. So this challenge now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. This tape, I gotta get rid of it. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 101, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 110. And we're just going to keep stuffing this. Next is our 26-week savings. In this one, I'm going to be adding $15. And in this challenge, it is going to be the last number 15. So if we do a low number next week, then it'll have to be a $20. Let me get the 15. So my 26-week challenge now has $110, 20, 30, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 145. So these challenges were from the Reynolds budget. She has her Etsy shop online. I got the binder, the set. So what I'm doing is I inserted the last two from her binder. My goal was to try and complete all of her challenges. So I'm trying my best. So I've added the 52 weeks here. I feel that if it's not here, it's like out of sight, out of mind, and I don't want to do that. I want to, not to be mean, but like pressure myself to, you know, challenge myself to get these done. So I've added the 52-week challenge here, as well as the Halloween challenge, and as we know, the 100 envelope challenge, which we'll get to right now. So earlier, I pulled the $20 from my weekly binder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this $20 because technically it's rollover, but typically my rollover, I stuff my one my $5 or $10 challenge. In this one, I'm gonna add the $20 into this challenge, and that way, moving forward, I will be adding these to my budget to make sure I add something into every single challenge. So the next one is a Halloween one. This one I didn't budget for. I just put it in here so I wouldn't forget, since the Reynolds budget, I have it in another binder. So like I said, I'm just adding it here. So next pay period, I plan to put something there. So let's get to my 100 envelope challenge. So we pulled our numbers from last week. We pulled 59, 64, 28, and 42. So I'm gonna go ahead and color those in. Let's do green. So we have 42, and we'll stuff them in a minute. 42. I have 28. $64. And 59. So I'm a little bit behind. I shared that I'm trying to double up on my regular pay periods, which is, you know, this week, so that I can catch up a little bit. It's filling up. I'm so happy. One of my goals is to complete for sure this challenge. So let's go ahead and stuff these. So 20, 40, oh no, wait, a 50, 5, 56, 57, 58, 59. Next I have 64, so 20, 40, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4. Next I have 28, so 25, 26, 27, and 28. Next I have 42, 20, 40, 41, and 42. Perfect. All right, so what we're gonna pull 2 envelopes for next week's stuffing. So 66 and I don't know. Oh my God, 100. Okay. Well, we might as well get it out the way. So 166 is what we're gonna be stuffing for next week. On a mission, have to complete it. So next is credit card and debt. So this envelope is going to be getting $250. So I shared earlier in the month that one of my goals was to pay off my smallest credit card, which is my Capital One card, which is $400. So I have, now 1, 2, 3, 50, 60, 70. So 370. Yeah, 370. Okay. Close to the 4. Next pay period, I'm gonna make sure that I put the $30 that's needed in order to make this the 4, and we are going to achieve that goal. I'm so relieved. And I will share my debt that I have. I don't think I've shared that yet, so we'll take a glance at, you know, what this means to my budget and the progress we're making as well. And lastly is my Christmas binder. I haven't stuffed this in a minute. It's been really chaotic, everyone. So this is from Princess Budgets. I've made my own version of of her binder, so I made it into a Christmas savings. So I have $100 already here. Technically, my next one is I should have stuffed 200, but we're going to skip that, and we're going to make this one a 100. Maybe my next pay period, we'll see if I can meet the 2. If not, then I'm going to keep just filling in the 100s versus the 200s. So I'm going to keep on going with that. And I'm going to put my change away before I forget. I don't have too much, but every little bit helps. And I didn't bring out my $1, $5, and $10 pouches because I didn't have any leftover change. And so that is it for today's cash stuffing. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys next week for stuffing my side hustle money, which will be my last check for this month. Bye, everyone.